Expanding to more theaters this week is Wes Anderson's newest movie, Asteroid City, and here's my review. There's something immensely appealing about Anderson's work and his symmetrically framed worlds. Throughout his career, he has crafted a style all his own, and the worlds inhabited by his eccentric band of characters have a strangely inviting quality with his use of colors and perfect frames. Asteroid City continues that with its funny, inventive story set in a small desert town. Using the alien craze of the 1950s as his inspiration, this is another delightful Anderson romp with so many clever details that give life to this universe. One of the charms of his movies is how he populates his films with all sorts of interesting characters. Even when it's just a small role, they prove memorable. The actors Anderson casts completely understand his deadpan sense of humor while also bringing a lot of personality to the roles. If one could say Asteroid City has a lead, it would probably be Jason Schwartzman as war photographer Augie. Coming across like a young Stanley Kubrick, Augie has the perfect reaction to everything that goes on, whether it's helping his children grieve during a difficult time or his interactions with an actress in the suite next door. The several other actors also leave an impression of how they portray the characters. Edward Norton has a fun turn as the writer of this fictional play within the movie as we cut back to him preparing for this production. And some newcomers like Tom Hanks, Steve Carell, and Maya Hawke also more than accustom themselves to his style of filmmaking. He crafts multiple humor scenes, whether it's a simple exchange of dialogue or more visually inspired gags. He's a director who knows how to use the camera to give us the entire story of what's going on in the frame, thus we look at the background just as much as the foreground. One of the standout scenes even utilizes a bit of stop-motion animation, showing he's willing to include that technique in even his live-action features. Filmed entirely in a soundstage in Spain, production designer Adam Stockhausen captures that 50s look, and the obvious artificiality of this desert winds up a large part of the appeal. You get to know and understand every corner of this place and its significance to the characters who inhabit it. Anderson and his team have put a lot of thought into making sure each section, from the hotel rooms to a giant crater, is pivotal to the story being told. Since he first arrived on movie theater screens with Bottle Rocket, Wes Anderson has built an impressive filmography. He has a genuine ability at mixing his specific brand of humor with the colorful worlds he comes up with and so carefully brings to life with his production team. And yet, despite the similarities apparent in all his movies, he's not interested in showing us the same type of place more than once. He's taken us from a fancy school, to an extensive submarine, to a summer camp, to a dog-populated futuristic Japan, all feeling distinct from one another. His desert town in Asteroid City brings new delights and a clever peek at the 50s culture that grew fascinated with potential extraterrestrial life. Wes Anderson is a director one is thankful is still being given funding so he can bring us his visions of the world.